This is the second volume of Xi Jinping's The Governance of China, and it's being given to leaders from over 200 parties and political organizations coming to Beijing for the high-level dialogue with the CPC.
The dialogue is being held in response to the huge demand from world political organisations, keen for an update on last month's CPC National Congress, as well as hearing more about current political ideas.
The meeting is the first multilateral diplomatic event being hosted by China after the 19th CPC National Congress last month, and the first high-level dialogue between the CPC and world political parties. And we were curious to know what the delegates have heard, seen and discussed during this four-day event.
So for more, we'll be taking a closer look, talking to the delegates and hearing what they have to say.
We're here at the Central Party School of the Communist Party of China, and behind me you can see one of the slogans, which is "Seek truth from facts," one of the key theories of the Communist Party of China. And to date, hundreds of international delegates have been invited to tour the school. As you can see behind me, a range of delegates from all different kinds of countries have arrived here. The school, located in the northwest of Beijing, is the highest level institution for training cadres of the party and teaching Marxist theories. Xi Jinping was the head of the school for 5 years before he was elected General Secretary of the CPC in 2012.
You have hotel schools, you have management school, why not a political school? And I think that's an excellent idea.
But when you have such institutions which you inculcate, especially the young people, to have an understanding of the philosophy which they are believing in, to go a long way. I hope we can replicate this in my own country.
Where is it? CPC move forward.
From the depths of the oceans to the stars above, Chinese innovation has taken mankind to some whole new places. To see some more of that, delegates have come here to this special exhibition which looks at Chinese innovation in the last 5 years. The exhibition has 10 zones, focusing on everything from cultural policies to environmental protection to national defense. Life-size models and interactive displays show the achievements China has made in the past 5 years.
It's very great to show the great China and to show to the people what is the achievement of China today in the world economy, technology and the knowledge.
Just over a month since the 19th CPC National Congress, the Great Hall of the People in Beijing is now hosting international representatives from across the globe. Under the theme of working together towards building a community of shared future for humanity and a better world, the meeting is aimed at pooling parties' resources and improving universal welfare. President Xi Jinping gave a keynote speech at the opening ceremony. We spoke to delegates to ask them about what they thought of the speech and the meeting's aims.
I highly appreciated General Secretary Xi Jinping's extraordinary political wisdom and remarkable leadership.
In his speech of 18th October, delivered at the 19th National Congress of the Communist Party, President Xi Jinping said, "Never forget why you started, and you can accomplish your mission."
In his speech at the opening ceremony, President Xi Jinping said that by building a community of shared future for mankind can help link the prospects and destinies for all nations and connect it as a harmonious family.
Xi proposed to develop a new model of party-to-party relations in which political parties would seek common ground and learn from each other.
Xi Jinping was offered to collaborate, to be in dialogue, to working together.
We should do something together to solve our problems, and I think it's a good point to start a dialogue.
Civilizations must coexist, and that people from different creeds should work together for a better humanity.
To bring up development, we must share the world resources.
Well, I thought it was a very good speech. I thought it laid out an agenda for China moving forward and the world.
I thought it was a very important speech. The key thing, I think, for us is the way in which he linked peace and development.
he declared that no matter how good the Chinese economy, institution and might at the moment is, that China will never strive to achieve hegemony or impose its system on other countries.
Su filosofía, la filosofía del Partido Comunista de China, que la política sea un servicio y no un negocio.
Justamente a partir de esa riqueza que es la diferencia. Eso nos hace más interesantes a todos y eso tenemos que aprovecharlo.
Yo creo que el papel de los partidos es fundamental y que haya encuentros que faciliten ese diálogo interpartidario.
After the tours and the discussions, hundreds of delegates wrapped up the unprecedented 4-day meeting with the signing of the Beijing Initiative. Here I have a copy of the Beijing Initiative. Like much of the discussion from the last few days, the Beijing Initiative looks to build on much of the shared cooperation taking place, such as shared responsibility, peaceful development, mutual respect, and win-win cooperation. The initiative also looks to unite world global parties with the CPC in China in building a community of shared future for mankind and a better world.
China is the only global force who could start this initiative and ensure some positive movement in this direction of prosperous future.
CPC should keep the lead of this initiative as biggest party and as the initiator of this dialogue.
It is just the beginning. If we could continue and have another dialogue, it would be very important so as to be a continuity, so as to implement new thoughts and new ideas and new theories that bring justice to us.
What we have here is a poster for the meeting. On the left, we have a cup of tea with the world inside, representing a shared community. Whilst on the right, we have 3 individual cups of teas. Whilst they might be separate and apart, inside they're the same, and so therefore harmonious.
The idea of the poster is very much in line with the theme of the conference, sharing cooperation on the one hand and on the other, the principle of seeking common ground while respecting each other's differences.
Importantly, President Xi said the CPC will not ask other nations to copy Chinese styles, but instead will help create opportunities for other nations through Chinese development.
This was Liliana.
And I'm Haines.